Hey guys, welcome back to a Beyond the Summit presentation of Next.kz versus now Quantic Gaming. What do we play? Dota 2 League. Do you have audio? Music off? Music's not off? Okay, music's now off. Alright, you can bring us in game. Can you get the overlay? I don't know. I don't know if you want to put on the overlay. Because, alright. Good, good. And now we can cast some Dota. Is it working? It's working. What? What's wrong?
10 seconds remaining.
Wait, now you're seeing...
5 seconds
What's wrong? This looks good. You don't need a draft overlay. It's fine.
Team pick.
We'll live. We'll cast. Next.kz on the Radiant side, they ban out OD. OD is a hero that nobody wants to see, and it's not in this game, yes. And you know you're saying that OD is a hero that wins the lane and loses the game. Well, when Quantic plays it, they win the lane and the game. I convincingly get that. Next.kz says we can't deal with it, let's ban it out. Quantic's going to ban out Baden, a hero that apparently is really, really good. And the Bat Rider. Next.kz with the first pick, not sure what to pick.
It just seems to be a general consensus with the Western teams that Abaddon is OP. Which is weird. I remember, like, Fluff was over the house and talking a bit about it and saying EG was first picking it, banning it every scrim and stuff, and that it's basically, yeah, these teams think it's OP. I haven't seen it, I don't believe it yet, but a team needs to just, like, pull it out in a couple of games in a row and just show how this hero gets played and how it's so strong.
He feels like much like a Treant Protector. Like, it's good in those early small-scale engagement, but just falls flat in a big AoE team fight. Because, well, even worse than Treant Protector, he doesn't have an AoE spell. If you don't count Aphotic Shield's AoE damage, like an AoE lockdown. Well, I'm going to see Naga Siren. Vicious Naga is generally a very good way to start. But Chen and Nature's Prophet for Quantic, so insane amount of pushing is coming your way.
Yeah, you know this team with effing Mad is capable of just doing a number of sort of annoying, hard-to-deal-with strategies. They could throw in a Tinker if they want to, the Lone Druid for the pushing. I remember back in the MTW days where they'd love to go for the Nature's Prophet Tinker and just split push you for days. Just split the map and just make it so hard to farm anywhere because you just get instantly spammed down. And Lone Druid smartly gets banned out, but I think they could even, if they really want, still put something like a Tinker in this draft.
Yeah, Tinker is definitely a hero that I feel like a lot of time gets forgotten. He's good enough to be able to lane very well. He's good enough to farm his way up to big items like a Boot Travel and then Blinks and Hexes and things of that nature because of March of the Machine. And well, we'll see how and he's good enough definitely to be fit into many lineup, but teams don't pick him. And of course, true to what we talked about earlier, they really believe in Bane Elemental as their support. Pick it up here once again.
Last game there was kind of an obvious synergy with the Mirana, but I think they're happy with this here regardless. And there's your Tinker for Quantic. This is annoying.
Well, Stormster is actually a really good answer to both Tinker and Nature's Prophet. He used to be one of the more standard counter picks when Storm was a little bit more of a standard hero, but Tinker and Nature's Prophet like to zip in the middle of the map by themselves, and suddenly a Storm jumps you out of nowhere, cancels your TP, and kills you. So Storm needs to have a good start.
Yes, yes, exactly right. You can't. It's a good counter to Nature's Prophet and Tinker. If you're doing decently, you don't have to be snowballing and far ahead, but you have to at least be on par with those two heroes. But if you start falling behind, you can't do that at all.
Right, but unlike last game, you don't have really oppressive laneers. You don't have a Treant that's giving living armor. You don't have a OD that's beating you mid. So I feel like Stormster is going to have a lot easier time this game. What they do have is things like Nightmare into a Chant Stomp and maybe a Prophet TP for a backstab. But
I was just about to say, how is Lifestealer being ignored? I thought Next.kz would want to go like last pick it here. You have the Storm Spirit Lifestealer synergy.
But they ban out themselves.
Yeah, I'm just surprised this hero hasn't been getting picked or banned. To me, this is like a top tier 1 pick still.
I feel like Lifestealer, as good as he is, he's not good at these type of games. Not good against Quantic Gaming, who seemingly is so good at like juking and the lane kills. I imagine we're going to see things like multiple Force Staffs, mechs, and of that nature. So they don't want to deal with it themselves Next.kz because they don't have enough lockdown. So far, the true lockdown they have is an Ensnare, Electric Vortex, and maybe Birds dropping. So like that's not really that good. Next.kz needs something better.
Yeah, they really need something with a, I guess, that's fairly survivable as well, because there's going to be a lot of annoying harass from Tinker, from Nature's Prophet, potential push coming out with the Chen as well as Beastmaster Aura, but more than anything, they just have the ability to kill heroes anywhere on the map. I remember back in the days, one of the Russian teams would go straight Boots of Travel on Beastmaster, with a Lifestealer Infest and like Boots of Travel to his Hawk. This kind of reminds me of that. There's no Lifestealer, but having a Beastmaster Hawk. Tinker can TP to the Hawk, the Quill Beast. Beastmaster get a fast boot to travel up. You can be really annoying and just anywhere on the map ganking. Combine that with Nature's Prophet, who's got teleport.
The Tinker can TP anywhere. He could TP to the treants being summoned. He could TP to a Chen creep. Like everything he could TP onto. You remind me of the Beastmaster played by Hani, who loves to go just boot travel straight up first to TP his own Hawk. So we'll see if that's going to be happening. At the same time, it seems like Quantic is very much so dependent on having a good laning stage as well. So this game, it's all going to come down to lanes, and traditionally, Visage, Naga, Siren, Darkseer, these are really good laners.
Yeah, this is going to give them definitely an edge as far as the early game goes, which is what you need when you want to try and protect the Storm Spirit, get him rolling. And then if they can win that tri-lane, wherever they want to put it, fantastic. And this is where you maybe even start considering going offensive tri-lane. Sure, it's a Darkseer who does well in an offlane, but put him in a 1v1 in a safe lane, you can punish some of these greedier picks here, because this is looking like a Tinker safe lane farm.
Tinker safe lane, Nature's Prophet off lane, Beastmaster mid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we generally predict like a standard laning to be, but we've seen Quantic. We've seen them go off lane Bane. We've seen them go off lane Mirana Bane. And farming...
Oh, I think this is too greedy.
I really think
this
so
is not
as well.
the last pick you want to go for if you're Next.kz.
I mean, they have standard lane as well. Safe lane Shadow Fiend, perhaps? Or maybe safe lane Storm Spirit.
I'm just surprised they didn't get a hero that actually is a tri-lane hero to go with. You have a Naga and a Visage. To me, you say, get a proper tri-lane hero. Gyrocopter, Lifestealer. I mean, they ban out the Lifestealer, but why weren't they thinking, hey, Lifestealer would be a fantastic last pick? They didn't need another carry. Well, they needed a carry, but Storm Spirit gives them some semi-carry potential. To me, I don't know.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend is more or less too bland of a carry. He gives you like good AoE to stop a push, which is going to be fairly important in this game. But at the same time, if you Beastmaster roar him, he just gets jumped on by everybody and then dies. So we'll see how it goes. Seems like effing Mad is going to be switching to play a Bane this time. Yep. Unless they're going to be swapping around.
Puts Mania on the Chen, and this is a Sox cut. Tinker, I love watching this back in the MTW days. Hasn't seen a ton of it. I've been seeing it every now and then in the sort of past 6 months. I think once or twice, maybe under the Go Blacks drafting. But this was like in every single game they'd pick this in back with MTW.
Yeah, I mean he's very familiar with playing with the hero. I think I've read from effing Matt's blog that Sock's gonna be retiring.
Funzy's retiring, I believe.
Funzy's retiring.
There was the three French guys who always stuck together for the longest time, and Funzy retiring. These two guys are going to... I mean, he talked about this team, and this is the team they want to basically work together with and start training towards TI4. This is the team they've chosen. It's also people asking, and like, what's the deal? Is it Quantic? Is it Mouz? Is it Flipside? It's none of them right now.
They don't have a sponsor.
Each player still represent their respective teams. So, Effing Mad and Sox are still in Quantic. Fata is still signed with Mouse Sports, and the Mania and Miggle are still with Flipside. So, I imagine some drama and politics going there because you have a very talented team under 3 different organizations, and they need to be under one organization.
Are they contracted, or what's the deal there?
I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's not really my place to say. So
okay, all right.
So I imagine most big Western organizations do have their players under contract. If you're not under contract, well, then it's no problem at all. So the fact they're still playing up for their respective organizations suggests they're under contract.
All right. Well, meanwhile, on the Next.kz side, we have a Darkseer being handled by Stallcat, who played Bounty on the offlane last time. Didn't have really a good game. We have Mantis playing Shadow Fiend once again. Equal in the Naga Siren. Stormster is going to be played by What the Fuck. Reeves is going to be playing Visage. And they have a really cool Snail Courier. Just want to zoom on that one.
Okay. Over on the Dire side, we haven't fully introduced them. It is the Quantic Flipside Mouse Sports trio. We're going to have Effing Mad on the Bane, Miggle playing the Nature's Prophet, Mania on Chen, Calevra or Sox playing the Tinker, and then finally Fata playing Beastmaster. Not a very Fata-like hero, but it does suit this Quantic draft, and I do like the pick. And as a solo mid player, you kind of can't just say, hey, I got to play heroes that fit this specific solo mid role. I like that they sort of make him play these other styles of mids.
Yeah, he actually did play a little bit of Beastmaster back in Mouse Day. It wasn't his go-to hero. Like, he would like his Puck a lot more, or maybe things like Queen of Pain and Timbersaw towards the TI3, but he brought out this hero from time to time and did very well with it. I think Beastmaster is one of the more knowledge-based hero on the solo mid, because you have to rely... You're a melee hero, so you have to rely a lot more on your base damage, which is really good. Look at him. With 2 tangos, he's up to 60 base damage. You have really high armor, and you could actually harass really well if you have a point with Inner Beast. But we'll talk about that later and as he decides on what skill choice he wants to take. Do you think he's going to actually take Call of the Wild a little bit more? Because you are working with a more global lineup.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think this is all about pushing. I think what a lot of Beastmasters do is they get that 1 point just because it's Inner Beast is pretty good at level 1, 18 attack speed. After that, it goes up to 26, so the scaling isn't phenomenal. So I think just getting 1 point and then going sort of max Call of the Wild is what I see a lot of pro players do with Beastmaster.
All right. Stormster is going to be his matchup on the mid lane. Stormster, obviously, very standard nowadays, being pulled a little bit of tango and salve action. And in fact, it seems like we have Reeves kind of holding on the mid lane for now. Is anybody up top? No, straight up, they're going to sack the Darkseer. And Darkseer is going to be starting to the jungle. And we don't have a Bane offlane this game yet. It's going to be Miggle using those Screen Protector, hopefully blocking a couple camps.
Yep. We will have a DD rune picked up by Naga Siren at the bottom. Help kill off these treants maybe a little bit faster. As, they're going to block it. Oh, they might not even block this 30
seconds. You got to micro
second.
this one. You got to have.
He's sending more. No, he's sending more. It's good. This is you know, often send that. He wants his second lot to block both the 30-second one as well as the 1 minute. Although he's not going to do it. It feeds a bit of gold, but he's perfectly okay with that. And he pulls the treants away, which is a smart thing because he wants these treants to stay alive, block the 1 minute pull.
Unfortunately,
he'll do just that.
I think Shadowfiend wanted to get the souls for those 2 treants as well, but he misses the last hits because Naga had a double damage rune, so
he's okay. It's fine. He's going to get easy farm in this safe lane. Should be uncontested free farm.
So what we didn't see out of these guys in the last game, as we see Inner Beast being taken up here by Beastmaster mid, is that last game Mantis had horrible lane against the OD, and then at the same time Stormster had a horrible lane against a Bane Mirana matchup. This game though, Stormster is going to have a matchup favor on the mid against the Beastmaster, and of course now Shadowfiend is free farming away. I think with these two guys getting literally free farm, or not close to it at least, they're going to be able to do a ton more this game.
Yeah, I agree. And we'll see. If Stormspirit doesn't get ganked at all in the early game, this is a much better situation for Next.kz to be in because it's not really the best gank lineup. You have got a Chen who can maybe go for an early smoke, and he's got a smoke on him which suggests it's what he wants to do. So get Bane with him, sleep into a Centaur stun, maybe even a Nature's Prophet TP. They need to gank this Storm before level 6, because I think if they don't shut him down, it is going to be a bit of a problem for Quantic.
Yeah, we do see Migo now rotating back here to the jungle, and because he tried his best to block a couple camps, but really wasn't worth it anymore, because he can't really approach the lane without basically dying. So he's going to be jungling with Mania a little bit. Just, you can see that Mania is purposely giving him the last hits here, and, well, hopefully he will get it. There you go. He's going to get all of these last hits.
So, Dire Team, they have a free farm Tinker. This is... How's this going to play into things here? They're up against sort of a dual core carry with SF and Storm. Tinker's... Is he going to be the answer to them?
He can be, but at the same time, he's very gankable from a Stormster. You have nobody really protecting him. Sure, you have a Hand of God come in, you know, whenever it's off cooldown. At the same time, Stormster, if he finds +1 and any type, like if he gets a quick orchid, he can even solo kill him. So to me, it comes down to how well Storm does in the mid lane, and that is fully dependent on whether the smoke ganks is going to land, or whether once Beastmaster turns level 6, whether they could get a Beastmaster Roar gank. But if you look at here, there's already Sentry Ward available. I'm not sure if the Radiant or the Dire team knows about this, but if they do, perhaps they should wait a little bit before that smoke gank comes.
It's just about to wear off though, so this smoke gank hasn't launched yet. It looks like he's heading towards top lane, which basically is to meet up with the Bane. So I expect him maybe to rotate with the Bane unless he wants to kill off this big neutral camp. He tried to stack it, actually messed it up. Nagas are going to disconnect, so we will have a quick pause come out. But the support, Visage, as well as Daxi are both hovered behind this middle lane.
Yeah, they're definitely expecting a smoke gank coming.
Yeah. The other thing what Chen can be doing right now is just get a fast T1 tower. Do you go that route, or do you think it's better to smoke gank mid?
I actually think you can get the fast T1 towers, particularly because Tinker's got himself Marcher Machine. If you just drop a layer of Marcher Machine when the enemy hero is trying to maybe stall or defend against it, you easily wipe out the creep wave and maybe even ward off the enemy hero. And if you look at the creep selection that Chen's got a clap creep. Like, he can melt the creep wave very easily as well.
Yeah.
So I think you can definitely go for a tier 1 tower push. And then once your Tinker gets enough gold, if he last hits that tower, for example, you're just well on your way to your Boots Travel. He actually stopped his way for a Soul Ring, which for a team that's not really stacking the Ancients right now, I'm not pretty sure whether he needed it.
I think I've played a safe lane farming Tinker before, and if you go straight Boots of Travel, you kind of get them before you're even level 6 sometimes.
Yes, if you just farm very well and get every last
yeah, and if you're in a tri lane especially, because you're sharing experience. He has been mostly sort of solo here, which means he is getting a bit more XP. But if you're in a tri lane, safe lane farming Tinker, rushing Boots of Travel, it's kind of awkward. You get them, and it's like, oh, I'm level 5. Why do I have Boots of Travel?
But would you? How about this? Let me twist the question around. Would you rather farm your Booster Alpha first and then farm your Soul Ring, or would you say let's get the Soul Ring first and get a little bit of that mana HP regen and then work towards a BOT? Because seems like not having BOT is you're crippled in a sense.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of personal preference there, but we'll see. It, like you say, if they get this fast T1 tower, that Boots of Trouble will come up very, very fast. I think the thing is, if you're a Chen, I think they definitely can get the T1 tower, but is it a better idea to gank mid instead? Because if they get the T1 tower during that time, Storm is going to get very close to level 6, and they probably won't be able to kill him after that level. Well, they can because there's a roar, I guess.
Yeah, they have roar, they have nightmare, and they have like clap creeps. Depending if you get a centaur or not, like there are still ways to actually still get that gank off level 6 or not. So maybe with that decision kind of impacted, maybe they say we do go for the tier 1 tower in the mid lane.
Okay. Well, the port's going to continue here. Stout, the two supports, well, they're not both supports, Visage and Darkseid, sitting behind this middle Storm Spirit, seem to be really expecting a gank to be coming in.
I mean, they could be expecting a gank, or they could actually do a gank themselves, because you could very easily see Stallcat put an Iron Shell on Reeves and just surge him in. Like, you could see right now Stormster perhaps even going for the pull, and then once you have, for example, the Grave Shield to follow up, I think Beastmaster might even die. But Beastmaster, sitting with a Stout Shield, 5 armor, and 740 damage, or sorry, 740 HP, I don't think that gank's going to work out, but we'll see what they want to do.
Yeah, he's dropping it. It's actually... Oh, he hasn't got the Revenant right now, but I agree. I think they could almost go for this kill. It is daytime, so he does somewhat see it killing. Svata taking a lot of damage. He actually runs forward.
Oh, there you go. That's a gank coming. There's a pull. There's a Grave Shield, and Svata says, yo, I don't want to be here. I just unpaused this game, and Soul Assumption is going to bring that kill. There you go. First blood goes to Reef.
Yeah, I think it was just a bit of a misclick. Like, as they came out of the pause, he ran forward.
Yeah.
I don't think he was expecting heroes to be there, so he's probably just playing a bit sort of lackadaisical, and as a result... gives up the first blood to Next.kz. So, and first blood not going to the Storm Spirit, which is quite notable.
Yeah, but the fact that he's going to hit level 6 a little bit quicker because of that experience is a big deal. Again, it goes back to what I believe, whether Storm plays well,
here comes
and whether he can shut down everybody else. Yeah, the Smoke Gang's coming. They have Nightmare and a slow clap creeps. That's actually going to be really good, but I think he's actually aware of this.
I think he's just coming back to block a little bit. I don't think he hasn't seen anything yet. There is an observer there, but
that's going to be a
Sentry.
Death Storm. Death Storm right there. Going to be Nightmare Sleep, and everybody's going to walk right next to it. Clap. You can see that he's actually spending gold to buy all of his... he doesn't want to lose any gold. Spend a little bit of gold buying that clarity, and that's fine.
Yep. Well,
good gank.
Boots and Bottle on the career. We'll be waiting for him at base when he comes back, and... Dark's actually going to get the 4-minute rune, picks up a DD rune at bottom, and he's actually got a nice little jungle stack here in the Radiant jungle, which he's killing it with the Visage, so shares the experience, help Visage get some more points in those nukes, maybe get the Familiars up nice and early.
Both of these heroes need experience quite a bit, but I think having an earlier level 6 on Visage is generally very, very worth it, so here we go, all this group waves dying.
Alright, back to mid lane goes to Storm, and he's going to be level 6 very soon, but he's no longer ahead of the Beastmaster experience after that kill, so Beastmaster are going to hit level 6 first, and with a Roar, another easy gank and kill should any one hero just come. It could just be a Prophet at this point almost. Maybe not without the Wrath of Nature, but...
Yeah, I mean, Stormshare does have 6 base armor, so he's fairly tanky in that nature, which to me it's a little bit confusing why the Stormshare have 6 base armor, but
why not? Cause Ice Frog.
Cause Ice Frog. You gotta accept
another of our project. Stormspirit, like, dude, thanks for the armor, but why?
Why?
Oh man. Right, Stormspirit talks to Ice Frog. Let's get animating. I wonder if we have any emails from people who want to do Source Filmmaker videos with us.
We have a Prophet getting closer and closer to Hanamitis. He's gonna have it well before the 8-minute mark, but let's see, Stormster zipping in the mid lane here, using a ton of his mana. He's gotta be the one that's careful. Any Beastmaster roll? Oh, nice. Destroying out the spellcast.
Yep, he's gonna cancel that one. Chen's still nearby though, so if he wants to go back in, I think he's trying to just bait the Storm or just see if Storm wants to go a little bit further forward, because with Raw, Stun Duration combined with a Centaur one, that would be a kill with the level 2 Test of Faith.
But I'm surprised he went in that like that. Normally, when a Storm makes that zip, he's going for a kill, right? He just blew through like half his mana pool. It's like, yeah, let's get some good harassment going.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, bottom lane SF, uncontested free farm for him. He's up to 44 CS, similar to the Tinker at top, although Tinker a little bit further behind on CS.
Over here.
Storm zips for him.
Well, Beastmaster just got his bottle back from some bottle crowing, so no problem for him. As he's just going to chew right through it, send it back to base once again. He mostly just wants the mana here, and We'll see if there are any rotations, because he has got that raw. And Nature's Prophet might us up very soon for him, so that's going to be good news for Team Quantic.
Good news when
Mouse.
nothing's happening, which is kind of what's happening right now. Nothing.
Yeah, it's a slow start, but not, both these teams' lineups take some time to kick off. I'd say especially Quantic. You can't really, you're not wanting to fight early with a Tinker. You're not going to have the boots of travel. Chen isn't a strong early level hero. You want to get the mech. You want to have level 6, so at least have 2 creeps as well as the Hand of God. And then you're looking at Beastmaster, who's not really. You sure you can get ganking and be mobile, but against a Storm Spirit, you want to sort of slow him down, and also you're not going to have all the farm and space in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, everybody needs level 6 on the Dire side, and they could just wait. There's just no pressure on them to get the ganking going, because Next.kz is working for a fairly greedy lineup with both Shadow Fiend and Storm Spirit. And speaking of Shadow Fiend, he's leading in terms of CS, and he will continue to lead in terms of CS. It's very rare for Shadow Fiend to falter behind once he has this kind of lead, because at this point, he could even kind of start pressuring the tower by himself. Do you think he's going to be going for a quick Shadow Blade and maybe amp up the aggression, or do you think he's forced to get a BKB first?
I think quick Shadow Blade is just fine, especially when there's going to be heroes that he can solo kill. Tinker and Prophet may try and get greedy, may try and just solo split push. If you catch him out with a Shadow Blade into a big Requiem of Souls, you get solo kills. And to me, that's the way SF is going to need to play this game against these split pushes that Quantic have.
Well, he's definitely applying a little bit of pressure on the bot tower just as we speak, and he wishes he has a siege unit right now. I think he's going to wait for the next wave, which does have the siege unit. He's going to raise down the next 2 creep wave, and that's going to force a rotation. Yeah.
Well, there's the counter push going at top lane, which it seems Quantic are more focused on right now. So it's just going to be a tier 1 for a tier 1 trade. March needs to get laid down to sort of prevent any of these heroes from going in. They're not guaranteed to get this top tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, bottom lane, SF is going to get this.
Oh, Beastmaster's going to get a kill as a result, but Migo, he's dropping low. The race is not going to come through. The Roar gets killed, but I don't think Mantis is going to die here. He's got Strength Trust. He's going to salve up straight up.
No axes, too. So
no axes.
Not a chance.
Yeah, not a chance indeed. In fact, he's thinking about going back here for a kill. He sees Migo to the right side. Migo's going to die to a C-Raise. Nicely played by Mantis, and this is what we kind of expected out of him last game. Back on the top lane, huge fight breaks out here. They want Effing Mad. Effing Mad's going to get picked off. Mania chases through the wall. He's going to get picked off as well, and Skullcat will survive. He's trying to pile those troll creeps going through, but Skullcat will just walk out to the right side. Huge victory all over the place. Tier 1 tower is going to get denied as well.
This is a different Next.kz from what we saw last game, that's for sure.
It's a very similar draft, have Stormster and Shadow Fiend, but just the way that they laned it and up against a different opponent in terms of the other sides of the lanes. But they got a tower denied. They got a tier 1 tower last hit. And Shadow Fiend got 2 kills, or 1 kill, excuse me. Meanwhile, they got 2 kills up top. Next.kz is winning this
Mantis
game
is one of those players who's just really good at snowballing when he gets ahead. Last game, landing SF against an OD with Train Armor just did not suit him at all. But this time around, he had a safe lane SF. He got a ton of early farm. He's up to 2.6k gold. Without a doubt, you got Shadow Blade. 9-minute Shadow Blade or something, 100 times out of 100. Why wouldn't you?
Effing Mad gets level 6. Gets level 6. The grip, any TPs. Just note the TP comes in very late, but it's not like it matters, yeah. They might as well even wait for the Prophet to come in to get that little bit of extra bonus assist gold. They did.
Well, maybe less inclined to go this. I still think he wants to go for that Shadow Blade. That's just going to slow it down a little bit. Not going to be at that 9-minute mark as he was hoping. There's a big neutral stack here that Naga Siren's just made for him. So maybe that's what he'll go for as soon as he respawns.
Well, yeah, I think that's a good way to gain yourself a little bit of go and the souls that you need. Meanwhile, back in the mid lane, I think we're going to see a gank coming. Stormster with the Iron Shell on top. Thinking about zipping straight onto the Beastmaster. Here we go. There's a zip. The pull a little bit too slow, but they're going to get... Nightmare comes out from Mania. The Roar comes off as well. The push aside ability, trying to survive him, but not going to be enough here. WTF already out of there. Tinker comes in with rockets, but just not enough to follow through. And these wall illusions going to just zone everybody back out.
Yeah, people... The tower gets protected. Darkseer just slowing any sort of... making them not go for any sort of a chase here. And for Quantic, it's another hero lost as Beastmaster gets picked off, and these losses are just starting to add up. It feels like.
Yeah, I mean, again, to me, this game it depends fully on how well the Storm does, and the Storm right now is being involved in kills. He's getting a lot of kills. In fact,
effing Mad. Darkseer gonna just sort of really pressure him at the mid lane. The Familiars need to be careful as well. They don't want to be throwing those away. They're still on cooldown for another 2 minutes.
It seems like everybody's okay. And looks like Shadow Fiend, he's not going to be tackling that stack just yet. Gonna bot lane. He's literally 1 creep wave away from being backstab time.
Yeah. Well, this will be it. Just needs that siege creep and we're good to go. The one thing we mentioned earlier, Tinker's got boots of travel and he's gone the March build, but there's not enough Ancient stacking going on from this Dire team. They've only got the one stack there, and they haven't really been doing much more than that.
And Migo and Derry could be stacking a little bit with this.
They've got Treants, Corbies. There's a number of things.
And nobody actually stacking at all, and Migo forgetting to use his Hand of Midas as well, losing a little bit of value. Meanwhile, Mantis is not losing value at all. He's clearing through the huge stack in the jungle.
Yeah, and we'll see Stormster actually zipping on top lane. They want to go on effing mad. There's a Tinker counter TP, though. Immediately cancelled.
A well-placed Stormster would never actually let a Bane Elemental cast any spell on you. You just have to jump every time you can, and then attack him in between. Don't forget the attack in between part of it. And Migo,
that's a lot of value damage there.
Yeah. Migo is just like, well, I can't do anything. I think he was expecting to get jump and survive it, because Bane's actually deceptively tanky when you have things like Nightmare and Brain Stab, and that will allow your Tinker to TP in, and perhaps with the Fiend's Grip, you get a return kill.
Yep, Tinker does finish off the Ancients here, and probably see him just going for the standard Blink Dagger, I want to say next. Blink Hex or Blink Dagons.
Blink is nice, but I'm not sure if Blink is good enough against a Stormster.
Straight Hex? I don't know. Well, I think it's you need the mobility regardless, so just for either chasing or positioning yourselves in trees.
Yeah, that's the key. If you go Blink, you're basically gonna say, all right, I TP in, and then immediately I Blink. Ooh, Vacuum's gonna try to cancel Roar. Stallcat's gonna get Roar regardless. The grip comes through, and they're gonna try to burst him down. They will get the burst off.
They invest a lot just for one hero.
Equal almost got the song off as well. She felt. I saw her animation of raising her arms, like
meanwhile,
trying to get a song off.
Bottom lane, SF, he's in action. He got a solo kill with the Shadow Blade. At least it looks like that way. Nature's Prophet died at bottom, so I can only assume that was SF doing that. He didn't use his Requiem of Souls, so
he's out of mana, so I assume that's something like that.
Yeah, I think he just went in with a Shadow Blade and got a couple of raises off.
Yep. Speaking of ganks, looks like they're trying to set one on Mantis. Mantis is gonna walk away with this. He's out of mana at this point, which is quite unfortunate because he's quite a mana-dependent ganker, and to say the least.
Well, the lead right now for Next.kz, it doesn't seem to be increasing as much as it was early. They had a couple really good fights that put them ahead, but they've sort of settled down a bit. They're not finding the key pickoffs. They're getting small ones on heroes like Bane. They killed the Beastmaster long ago, but SF, he's going to be the one hero to really look out for. With a BKB up, there's not a whole lot of answers for that from the Quantic side.
I think the ganks are not really full steam yet for Next.kz because they don't have Shadow Fiend mana, which he's going back to the basic gank. And also, Stormster, it's only halfway to his Orchids. And once he gets his Orchids, he's going to be looking to gank whoever he can. Nice steal here from Fata, getting a couple of neutral creeps. They're playing very aggressive Quantic, but really, I'm not sure they should be playing this aggressively. Ooh. I never knew that.
On Revenant,
Brain Sap on Revenant.
Level 1 only. Well, level 1 familiars only.
I see.
Because, well, level 2, 3 familiars, you can still use it, but it doesn't do enough damage to one-shot them.
Okay, cool enough.
It's a very, very annoying hero to verse as a Visage.
Stormster, it's still farming away up top. I gotta say, though, the Radiant team is farming very tenuously. They just don't know where the Quantic team is coming from, because in theory, this team is already pretty much global. Yeah. They're fully global at this point. Tinker now doing a little bit of pushing action on the bottom. He can never stay in any particular spot for too long, because Stormster will just kill him, or at least disable him long enough so that the TPs could come in to kill him.
This is the power of the Quantic lineup, though, that Next.kz can't really be split up farming different locations because Quantic can so easily move around the map. Fata, yeah, he's toast here. There's not going to be any counter gank coming in from a Tinker or Nature's Prophet here. He gets left to die, and I think at this point Next.kz need to start considering just going for push down these tier 2 towers like at bottom lane, because sure, it's hard to push into a Tinker and all, but if they start splitting up and farming different locations, they're getting picked off.
Well, I'm not sure who's getting picked off right now, because it seems like it's going to be effing mad. Left, right, he goes, and again, good control here by WTF. He's really low in terms of mana. He's going to try to TP out. Didn't work last game. Seems like he's going to work this game. Not as many stuns here on Quantic.
Yeah, no ODs chasing you down, no Moranas going leaping and arrowing you. And with this, Tinker TP's top, not towards bottom lane. Now maybe going to start moving towards bottom lane, but SF can start getting some damage. He's actually going to think about it. I feel like he's going to think about going in for an ultimate. Ensnare's
going to come through right now. We're going to break
no Roar.
Well, no Roar. The raise is going to come through, and that should be the very, very easy kill. Sonic, or Hand of God's going to come down as well. Can we get the C raise? That's the question. No, nothing. I think Mantis got a little bit of block by that particular tower.
Oh, coming in. This is the Bane.
Top lane, though. Migo's going to find one kill. The TP's going to come in with the Song of Siren. Mantis TPing out.
Yeah, smart TPs. Bane TPing in was going to be a grip. Nightmare one, Grip the other. You kill them both right there. That Song of the Siren was absolutely essential. Really smart play coming out from Next.kz. This is a great turnaround based on how they played last game, which was just very sloppy and poorly coordinated in general.
Yeah, as dangerous as this ganking lineup is right now for Next.kz, it hasn't even hit close to its full potential because Stormster not really a big part of these ganks just yet. We're going to see yet another Oblivion Staff being finished. There you go. And he's just very shortly getting closer and closer to his Orchid. And even before having the Orchids, he's getting solo kills on the Darkseer. He's getting solo, not Darkseer, on the Bane and as well as on the Nature Prophet. Yeah. And once he has it, it's the Tinker, it's the Chen, it's everybody else.
Yeah, this Nature's Prophet has not had a fun time at all. Miguel has just been getting punished wherever he goes. And it's kind of like you mentioned, Storm Spirit, a great counter to these heroes. And SF with a Shadow Blade, also a way of dealing with these heroes when you catch them by surprise.
Yeah, generally when Shadow Fiend comes out with the Requiem, you're probably dead. If not, you're going to dead to like another right click or a raise or two. But I'm not sure what Quantic should be doing. I think playing defensive sounds easy to do, but it's almost impossible. Again, Stormster just flips. Nice thing play here. If he gets a Fiend Script off, he's out of mana, got the magic stick, can't pop it in time. Then Snare comes through against Kalerva, and oh no, I think he's going to be dead to these birds. That's going to be yet another kill. Reeves going to take a little bit of damage, but trying to invis through, but the Remnant's going to just shred him apart. That's 3 kills in the mid lane in matters of seconds.
Yeah, the Tinker has his Blink Dagger, but the Ensnare came in before he could use it, and then can't blink out, brought down 3 kills for Next.kz. A T1 tower as well, it looks like. Naga Siren helping out with the push and providing some much-needed extra damage. And the entire time, SF is just free farming away at bottom lane. He doesn't even need to come to that clash at mid.
It seems like it really just go back to the lanes for whoever that wins this game or has the advantage. TP comes in mid from Bane. Brain Sap? Okay. I guess you get a bird.
And Beastmaster Fata decides to go straight for a Blink Dagger. Against this kind of a lineup, I feel the Blink Dagger will actually help them maybe set up some kills. It gives them more global presence, but they're not able to use their global presence too often for these kills. Well,
they're going to try to use a little bit. Nice blocking coming from Migo. That's going to force him to go to the right side. That's a kill set up by Nature's Prophet for himself. Nicely done. Now we have Tinker TPing in, so they're going to try to use this momentum and do a little bit of damage. Oh, that rocket gave away the fact that there is a Observer Ward over here. But the Tier 1 tower is going to go down. This is exactly what Quantic was looking for throughout the entire game.
Yeah, and for the first time, we're they pushed down the T1 tower earlier at the top lane, but we haven't really seen the Chen get involved with this sort of pushing. They haven't seen them just lay down the march of the machines because Next.kz are always split pushing the other lanes. SF is straight down the bottom to the tier 2, going to force out a TP from Tinker.
There's a Dust and a Sprout coming up. Mantis going to try to fight his way out of here. C-Raise, one more, it's going to do it. He doesn't get the last hit off. Raffination comes through, but the huge Requiem is going to get 1 kill, but Tinker... misses the last raise here. He's going to have Shadow Blade very soon. Oh, nice blink up, dodging on the race, and the Beastmaster Roar will get 1 kill. Storm Spirit, though, will answer back.
Oh, I thought he'd maybe even go on for the Nature's Prophet as well. He had a good chunk of money. He's got the Orchid. Well, he may not get the Nature's Prophet. Anyone else who comes bottom lane is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I think because of the fact that he already used it. Oh, he sees Bane. Bane's dead. Silence, zip, pull. He could even zip for that regen. He picks it up. He could actually keep going with it. The mech being used, the sandbag being used, and I think he's going to survive because of the mech sandbag. Huge play by Mania.
Well, it's all to save just the Bane, I guess. Which is, I mean, slow down the Soul Strip from snowballing, and now Mania's actually going to pay for this with his life. 1 Centaur stun. It looks like a couple Centaur stuns. Mania goes down, and these Centaurs could even take a fall as well, should they so choose. But saving the Bane at this point, not really a game-changing thing or anything that's going to matter too much in the long run for Quantic.
Yeah. Those Centaur did not Delta split correctly or quickly enough. And they were picked up. The Blink Dagger is really nice in the sense that if you shift kill your Blink immediately into trees, it makes it a little bit harder for Storm to find you, but if the Storm wants to find you, he will. That's kind of the sad thing about it. There's really nothing you can do about Storm zipping onto you.
Yeah, mid lane, Naga Siren actually gets caught out by a Prophet TP sprouted. And follow that up with a couple nukes coming out, and we'll see Bane pick himself up another kill.
Well, once BKB's up, I imagine we're going to see Next.kz starting to do a little bit of pressure at the towers. At this point, they still have to respect the fact that there is enough burst damage and lockdown to actually kill anybody coming out from the Quantic side. And the BKB doesn't really help out with that. You are still going to get roared. You are still going to get Fiend's Grip. But at the same time, when you have the magical immunity, none of the other spells really affect you. Quantic going into the Roshan pit, trying to set something. Well, nobody's going to stop them. I'm very surprised. But there is a TP to the bot tier 1 tower.
This Radiant Ward sees the marching machines coming from the Roshan pit. It should have a little bit of an idea. I guess maybe they weren't hovered over that area at the time.
Well,
here comes Familiars though.
Yeah, they definitely see. These Familiars get a drop.
the brain tap. Doesn't familiars yet. He probably will as soon as they go flying up, unless he wants to save it for this clash.
Yeah, you see
But killing familiars is good. It's taking them out of the fight.
Yeah, making them lose vision. The Hawk
song.
Okay.
A little bit too early. I don't know if they can finish off Roshan during this song of
No, they're
Siren.
gonna just fight. Where's the vacuum? The vacuum is gonna be a little bit late, but they're gonna just try to burst down Mania. Mania is gonna be the first one to die here. Roshan dropping low. Stormster is already in the middle of the pit. Yeah, they just burst down 2 people and they get Roshan.
Storm went straight on the Beastmaster, so there was no Raw. Meanwhile, SF went on the Chen, get rid of the main heals coming out, and well, following that, there's just nothing that the Quantic Mouse team can do.
That wasn't even terribly well executed. The vacuum and the Rec Room was a little bit off with the song, but they were just so good at that position, and it looks like they got a
Quantic can't 5-on-5 basically.
No.
Now that the Storm Orchid is up, especially a 5v5 like that, because Beastmaster won't get a Roar off when there's a song to set things up, and without a spell like Roar, and they're not going to have layers of Marches and Machines coming out either. Tinker's not going to get off multiple spells because the enemy team's already on top of him. To get Marches and Rockets off, you have to be sort of fighting from a distance.
Yeah, Tinker will be happy if he survives here. He's going to try to TP out, and he'll make it. Yeah, TPing behind trees. Skullcat not vacuuming.
Well, drops a Remnant, looking for him in that little tree lump there, but not going to find him. Stormster's played well this game.
Yeah. I mean, Stormster, you imagine this lineup that he's playing against is practically food. Bane Elemental can't stop him if he's toggling well. And it looks like they were going to see a dust on Miggle. No pull just yet. There's finally a pull, but the mech comes in from Mania. Mania's doing a very good job. And in fact, oh, what?
Oh, no.
He canceled the
Disaster.
grip. Oh,
D.
types of D, but he might actually pay for it with his life. The Blink Dagger comes out. The March comes through as well. Miggle comes in. There's no... Oh, nice zip, but the Access won't clean him through. And they have the roar.
A second too late.
They have the roar. They have the roar. Roar?
Is it fast
roar?
enough?
Yes, he can. No D will be typed right there. Counter D? There you go, Fata.
You have to do the counter D.
Oh, man. Well, Fata definitely gave him the D. In more than one ways.
Well, Epic Mad is not going to be too happy about that, but they get the kill ultimately, and they're kind of in a good position to keep pressuring this top lane if they want to go for the tier 2 tower, but it's risky. You've got an SF with Shadowblade, BKBs, gone Yasha as well. This is ultimately the problem, that late game carry potential is SF winning over everyone. Tinker will maybe have a multi-hex up, but even so, I still see SF being a big threat.
I mean, at the same... Sure, he has to out-carry everybody. You have the Stormster backing you up, which at the end game, he's kind of more of a
and
very...
Darkseer, though.
Darkseer. Yeah, we've seen in the past what Darkseer can do, and he's going to be going for a Hex, which is a very late-game build. I mean, I feel like Quantic have enough lockdown to bring him down if that's what they want to go for. And between Beastmaster's Inner Beast and all these right-click, they have enough physical damage as well. I feel like both teams' late-game power is very similar, but it also coming from a very different way. Quantic is more reliant on things like stuns, whereas Next.kz is reliant on things like AoE and mobility. So it's very different, but both teams I feel like have really good late game.
Okay. Well, Quantic is, I guess, a bit more kind of a complex late game. They have the ability to be anywhere on the map to pick people off.
Yeah.
I feel like Quantic's late game is there's so many different things they can do, and they can apply pressure and threats all over the map. For Next.kz, it's just scary carry, big team fight.
Which is, a lot of times, that's enough, right?
Yeah.
Quantic's lineup's like, oh, we could be down 2 racks and still play the game sort of normally. Yeah. We could be, for example...
They could be down 20k gold and still have a chance with
right.
their lineup.
You know, they could be offensively choking the enemy team in the base and still play a very good game. That they have many playstyle, whereas I guess Next.kz is somewhat limited in that regard, but we'll talk about that later. Tinker, again, just trying to slow down this march. Normally you just sit next to the tower and march non-stop, but you can't do that against the Stormster.
They're pinging sort of towards those trees, maybe going to go searching here. The smoke here will actually allow them to know if Tinker is there, but with SF not revealing anyone, yep, not gonna see any T1 tower defense, I don't think. No one would want to risk TPing on this, and Miggle, the flip side player, is just going to push out this bottom lane as much as possible.
Yeah, so they're going to trade tier 1 tower up top, which is pretty insignificant when it comes down to grand screening games, and Tinker is going to be pressuring a little bit on the mid lane. And sooner or later, I feel like Quantic is forcing Next.kz to play their games. It's the split pushing game, another way that Quantic could be playing it.
And it's really hard for Next.kz to split push safely when there's a Nature's Prophet on the other team, there's a Tinker with Boots of Travel, and when he has a Hex up, it gets scarier, and you can't even rely on like a BKB TP, because there's Raw to go through BKB, as is their Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, and here we go. It looks like Everybody's trying to make this defense. Skullcat comes in, Beastmaster Roar, and the Stomp. They're going to try to burst him down. The Song comes in, and uh-oh, the mech goes out.
Cancels the Song.
Oh no,
that was an early cancel.
Yeah, in fact, Skullcat gets nuked once again. Here comes Mantis. They don't have Sentry Ward just yet. Bane somehow got the kill on Stormster on the other side of the map. Mania dropping low. He's got to use his hand. He pops the mech, pops the hand, but still get bursted down. Quantic on full long retreat, and Mantis, he's on the chase. He's got Shadow Blade in 1 more second. Shadow Blade going forward. No, the race is all they need. Stormster zips in from the tier 2 tower, felt like. And they got themselves multiple kills.
Yeah, this seems to be the case every time Next.kz decide, hey, let's actually fight.
They
bring everyone, TP everyone in. Even though Quantic see it coming and run for the hills, they can't run properly from the Stormster zip in, a Darkseer Surge, Naga starting to sleep to keep them in place, and they always lose at least a couple of heroes. And all it takes is Next.kz to say, hey, this is a fight we're ready to take. Let's get everyone TPing in. Let's organize ourselves. And
the way that they try to take the fight earlier, you saw the Darkseer TPing, and I think what Quantic had they weren't really sure whether they want to burst down the Darkseer or stun him and then run. They try to do a little bit of both as we hit a little bit of backstab action coming out here. Wow. Migo making the TP.
Darkseer gonna kill first. If he zipped a tiny bit further.
Yeah.
He needed to also make sure he had enough mana for that Vortex, 130 mana, but he had about 250 when he landed. Almost.
Almost. He had 9 Magic Stick charges. He could have definitely go further. So.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We are going to see Beastmaster go for a Necrobook, knowing this is going to be a heavy split push game. Necrobook all the way.
Yeah, you talked about the interaction with Helm of Dominators, and let's see if Mantis is going to pick one up. It's always a good item on Shadow Fiend. At the same time, I don't think it's truly of a counter. It's still very good at split pushing, for example, Necrobooks.
Exactly. If there's no one there, it's just additional tower damage.
Yeah, you don't have to always activate it in team fights. Now, obviously, when you activate in team fights, the negative interactions will be there, and you can't do too much about it.
Well, SF with Mantis Star, we'll see what big item he wants to go for. I think SF just wants to go some all-in damage. He's going to get Roared Tinker TP. Smart play from Quantic.
Yeah. Really good play by Equal, just waiting behind. I think they're going to set up a Requiem, I suppose. Requiem got to cancel the Song. Where's the BKB activation? Pops a Manta, so you can't find the real grip. Manta's making plays. Vacuum on the high ground. Mania not microing his Centaurs either. And everybody's going to be dead. Mantis, Dota, guys.
And Tinker, another Boots of Travel gets cancelled. He's like, oh crap, this fight's already lost. First the initial engagement with the Roar, and then the second one as well.
I think Stormster maybe zipped a little bit too soon. You could have waited Tinker to come in.
He wanted to maybe cancel the Blink, but yeah, like you say, too soon. Tinker's going to go bottom instead. Nope.
No, cancel that one then.
Tinker's not finding anything.
Oh, Deny coming out. Yes, Visage gets a Deny. Very nice.
Another Tinker cancel.
Yeah, Reeves got himself an Acceptor all of a sudden, so very insanely farmed is our Visage.
Very useful item again for these team fights. Having the third stun does add a lot of extra lockdown for Next.kz when they have a lineup not with a lot of disable to begin with.
Stormster zips behind a tier 1 tower, lands a nuke, and we'll just back off. Seemingly working with almost infinite mana right now. Gotta worry a little bit about his HP pool. You think he's gonna go straight Hex here, or maybe we're gonna see a Bloodstone?
I think even Bloodstone's not too bad.
Yeah,
the extra it gives you survivability with all the raw HP, and with this kind of pick-off style game, Bloodstone is actually really good. You'll regen mana in between sort of ganks in the side lanes. You're against Bloodstone's great against split pushes, I feel.
Yeah, I agree, because you know the kill is going to be coming very much.
Unless you desperately need a Hex, but I don't feel like they're going to not get kills because they don't have enough lockdown.
I wouldn't mind a Lincoln Sphere either, because there are a ton of physical single-target lockdown in this case. And Stormster, he wants a little bit of extra mana to zip in on the mid lane. He's got a regen, not popping it just yet.
Well, he's going to maybe wait for an opening to appear on the map just to get some more value from that. But it's Next.kz the ones in control. Their gold lead now up over 10,000. Experience even
20,000.
worse. 20,000. Yeah. And that just goes to show Quantic are kind of just finding farm where they can, but all these kills Next.kz are giving them a big level advantage. And that's almost all their heroes up to level 16. The Darkseer just approaching that now. The two supports level 13, but we're seeing these level 3 ultimates, which do make a big difference in a lot of these heroes' case.
Yeah, finding kills where they can, but none of those creep kills.
Storm very close to the Bane.
Yeah,
he's being pinged too.
He doesn't matter, now he does. He's gonna try to get the pull, but the Hex comes on and the reverse kill. If he gets a Grip off, no Grip not even necessary. Migo comes in with a huge play of the Scythe of Ice, and I think that's why you need the Lincoln Sphere.
It looks like he either barely saw him or maybe heard the sound from the zip. Something ticked him off because he was pinging the secret shop. It's like, hey, that's where the storm is.
I think they killed a Beastmaster Hawk on his way in. Yeah.
Beastmaster Hawk's over.
No, he got
Near the secret
resummoned.
shop.
He got resummoned.
Okay.
There was a Hawk here, and Storm just zipped it and killed it.
Ah.
And then I guess they just got a little bit of a foresight.
Well, Bane very low. Probably just going to chuck a ward down somewhere near this middle lane, maybe. Get some important vision. This Dire team. That's the one thing that this Quantic Mouse FlipMouz team have going for them is they've got great vision up. Good warding. Beastmaster Hawk moving forward. You can scout with Treants, Chen creeps. They're not going to have any sort of problems just knowing where they can farm and just getting sort of information about what Next.kz are up to.
Yeah, it's very important that they do have these kind of great warding, simply because if you know where their enemy wards are at, and if you have good vision of the map, and you see where the storm is, you feel safe.
Wow, Courier dead. I did not see where that one happened, but
Man, there's just so much stuff dying that I don't know what's happening now.
SF is, they're all smoked up. They're going, Roshan's back up, which is why they're sneaking into Roche.
Ooh.
Trying to pull a fast one.
The illusion rune got picked up here, and they just auto-attack these,
I think they're happy just to straight up team fight. They...
Without the storm? Storm's kind of far away, although I guess he can get there.
Yeah, he can get there. Quantic just don't have a good 5v5 lineup in general.
Yeah,
They'll see Tinker TP top as well in the second and know it's very, very safe.
Yeah. There's nobody to steal the Aegis, there's no Song, there's no Storm.
What's SF getting? He's picked up an ultimate. Is this a Skadi?
Hex?
Yeah, Hex.
Shadow Fiend. I mean, it's one of those games that if your team don't have enough lockdown, it's not a bad choice.
Darkseer Hex, so get some more Hexes in there as well.
I've seen Hex Refresher on Shadow Fiend before. They did not win that game.
Bam Bang?
Bam Bang FC.
Alright.
And these quality replays.
Bottom lane.
Yeah.
It's going to be Mantis. He's got the Aegis though.
Maybe Lincoln's on him as well.
Yeah, Lincoln's against Raw as well as Fiend Script. Actually, I think
And
that's
Hexes.
probably where he's going.
Yeah.
Double TP out. But Aegis gets burnt here. That's, well, not completely wasted.
Stormster is
Roshan.
looking for somebody. You're going to find anybody.
This is the problem for Next.kz is that sealing the deal, ending this game is
It's
proving
hard.
to be a difficult
Because,
endeavor.
yeah, exactly. Quantic's going to be split pushing by the fact that they have Prophet and Tinker. And the only way to defend split push is the fact that you just have Hero here and there and here and there. And they will just gank you. Song Siren trying to cancel the TP. They want to get the power deny off. That's sort of expensive deny, but they'll work with that one.
Yep. A lot of farming experience awaiting Naga Siren at top lane though.
Well, there's another Hex on Tinker now. Tinker up to 4,200 gold.
Okay.
So we're working with Perma Hex, a Perma Blink Hex from Tinker.
And
also
Prophet
global.
with a Hex as well. So
Yeah. That Hex has got them 2 kill, 1 on Storm, 1 on Shadow Fiend. So what's
and
next?
Beastmaster Necro 3 and 6 gold. So I think the other big use of the Necro 3 is if you do find that heroes on their own, it does give you a nice little bit of extra damage.
Mm-hmm.
Like you find the SF, you want to try and solo kill him, or whoever it may be.
D-Ward shit.
Yep.
With the Beastmaster
And
Hawk.
this Darkseer, I mean, you kind of mentioned maybe he doesn't actually have a big late game impact because there's not really much carry on Quantic. There's no big heroes to get Wall of Replica illusions from.
Yeah,
His Hex is going to be the biggest impact he has, if anything.
I guess if you steal a Beastmaster Aura, that's going to still benefit the Shadow Fiend a little bit, but yeah, it's you're not really relying the Beastmaster Aura for physical damage. But, I mean, if the game gets late enough, the wall only gets better. Like, it's never a bad thing. So I think one thing that, for example, Radiant could do is doing exactly what they're doing right now. Using these familiars and just split push with them. And not exactly, you know, just auto attack into lane, but just relieve a little bit of pressure and allow them to do something. I think they're looking for a big smoke gank, and to be honest, I don't think they need a smoke gank. As you see, Mania comes in and, or not Mania, FB comes in and just start killing familiars. I think they could just storm down the mid lane and just force a fight there. It's like you said, they're stronger in fights.
Yeah, it's hard to actually push through the Martin machines, but it's one of those cases where 5-on-5 engagement, they're much scarier. They've got the and Naga Siren can just. This is I was about to say, get a blink dagger so you can just blink sleep, and he's got exactly that. He's also got the Helm of the Dominator to deal with the Necro.
Yeah,
hooks. He's a
utility,
team player.
Yeah, and utility
this
Naga.
Is great utility coming out from him, and that's where I feel they can actually go straight down the mid lane and not have to worry about the Tinker March as much. Because sure, the March cancels the blink, but if you get in a good position, like off to the side where you can blink in with a Song of the Siren and catch 3 or so heroes, you can set up a big team fight, which Next.kz should win. And unfortunately for them, they threw away the Aegis. Else that would definitely be what I think they should be going for as far as game plan.
Yeah, I really like the fact that with the Blink Dagger Naga, you could just usually use your Song to maybe find a Tinker or find a Prophet if he's trying to TP out, because it's such a big AoE. And if you miss, you know, it's only a minute of cooldown. It's not really a big deal. So I really support this item choice.
Well, the problem is the lanes all on the sides. Well, wherever Next.kz aren't always being pushed out. TP's going immediately from Prophet, Tinker, and someone has to constantly be defending. So, sort of an as much as Quantic. Oh, actually, we'll hold that thought. There's actually a pickoff coming on Visage here as Nature's Prophet going to TP in, look for Reeves. He's on his own though, and Nature's Prophet may take a fall. Is there any? There's no gem or detection.
There should be a gem on
That
it.
is criminal
There
to
you
not
go.
have a gem.
And Equal says like, "What's going on, guys? Need gem." So he buys one.
That is at 35 minutes against a Shadow Blade, Nature's Prophet, and just general
dewarding.
There's so many good. Quantic have had. I say Quantic. The Dire team have had amazing wards the entire game.
Yes.
That's the one thing which has really stood out for me, which is
And
also
they're down
been
by
so
like
important.
10,000 gold.
This is they've started coming back, and they're in a position where this comeback is a reality almost, and the warding has been a big reason for it. No gem has really hurt Next.kz, but now they've got one. Well, I haven't seen it. I think Stormspirit maybe going to carry it.
No, it's still on the courier right now, delivering a Scotty to.
Stormspirit has a dust which he can replace, and I think he'd be a good candidate for it, especially because he could spend some time solo killing the Nature's Prophet.
Sure. Yep, we're gonna see Stormspirit go back to the Lincoln Sphere as a defensive item choice. Scotty is, I guess, your mixture of HP and damage.
Very little damage.
Yeah. Well, I guess for your Manta illusions, it's not too bad. And ooh, looks like they're gonna go for a solo kill on. Well,
That's They
It's
got
okay.
a bit far out from his base, but no big deal losing your Bane there.
it's not a very meaningful kill because they're not threatening to do a Roshan. They're not threatening for a push. You get a kill like that, and you just go back to defend your tier 1 tower.
I'm really surprised by this Scotty choice in SF.
It's just not that good of an item, to be honest.
It doesn't give him it doesn't excel in any one area, which is really the problem here. If you want base breaking damage, if you want survivability, I think Satanic's a better option if you want survivability. If you want base breaking or just actual damage, like Butterfly or Daedalus is better. I just don't see what area it sort of is good for here.
Oh, they're going to go on the Naga Siren because you got to burst him down before he saw him. But look at how quickly the Shadow Phoenix is bursting through everybody. Migo's wrapping it all. 3 birds coming in stun, and Shadow Phoenix just unanswered.
Got to get that gem. Visage picks it up now, and SF he's still chasing. TP coming in from effing man. He has got Fiend's Grip, and SF sees that and immediately stops sort of the chase there. I mean, he can't keep on going. There are Visage familiars, so maybe with those, cancel it fast.
Yeah, sure, Bane could turn around and grip, but there was just no damage out. With Nature's Prophet being forced to buy back here too, regardless, is going to go down. They're going to be joined by Stormspirit, who wasn't
Immediate
even
retreat after that buyback from Prophet.
maybe just baiting some
Prophet
TPs.
goes bottom, so I think they should at least try and get this tier 2 tower here, or need to find a pick off or something.
Well, the pickoff might come
TP's
from
bottom as well.
the Stormspirit, who's kind of not traveling with his teammates.
Did go for the Lincolns, which is always going to be fantastic against Fiend's Grip as well as Raw, and all these hexes. Tinker Hex, Prophet Hex. T2 tower top now taking a fall, and the split push at bottom is going to have to be slightly dealt with. There's not a big creep wave here, but I think they just don't want to leave the enemy side of the map. They're sick of spending the entire game on their half of the map because of the split push. They just want to find some kills over on the Dire
Migo
side.
says, I want some kills. A Sprout to cancel it, and here we go. The Blink. Where's the Roar? No Roar just yet. Nice vacuum. The Roar will follow through. That's one kill. No, the Roar went on Stalkat. The push aside got the kill from the Beastmaster as well. Great use of their chain stun, and well, that's suddenly 2 kills, and they are going to split push like crazy.
2 heroes, one of whom does not have buyback. Darkseer does. Also has a wall of replica should he want to come back and defend it. But this is, like you say, split push like crazy, but Prophet! He
What
just TP'd into...
Do you pull an RTK?
Yes.
And effing Matt's also dead?
He got the courier.
Okay. Worf?
He pulled an RTK, TP'd into 2 heroes to get the courier.
Okay.
Not worth.
Not Worf.
Not worth.
That wasn't quite fun. By the way, look at Fanta just dying to these birds, but the sendback from Chen was right there. So I just thought momentum went to Mouseport where they got a couple kills.
Me too.
They could have just get at least tier 2 mid, right?
Yeah.
But that didn't happen.
You can see Next.kz, their supports have some firepower and actual contributions of their own, because that was just the supports killing off that Nature's Prophet. Medallion plus Familiars combined with like Riptide and Snare, and Prophet just melts.
That's insane, yeah.
This is a farm Visage as well. Need some DPS items.
He needs AC. AC will push his damage output out to the next level.
Yes, I think AC is not bad.
Yeah, you have Riptide, you have Medallion, you have Presence of the Dark Lord.
Do we even look towards more hexes though?
Yeah, I don't think they... Yeah, Hex is fine, maybe. it feels like everybody on Quantic dies so fast, whether you
Yeah,
hex
I
them
was
or
about to
not.
say AC's good. It's like the expense. I guess it's the expensive Vlads. You can get a Vlads if you wanted something a bit more cost effective.
Right. But you gotta give more minus armor for your birds. Those birds, they hurt.
Oh yeah, SF going towards their own jungle. When's next Roshan? That's the. That seems like it's been a while, but it's been about 8 minutes since Roshan went down, and SF losing the Aegis instantly last time, of course. This time it'll be Aegis and Cheese. SF with a slot for it. I just don't feel like this is basically your maxed out SF item build. It has one more slot, but he's probably going to put the Aegis there. Unless he decides he's tanky enough as it is and can buy a Butterfly. I think he just buys a Daedalus now.
Yeah.
Give an Aegis to a teammate, because this SF is unlikely to die in a team fight.
I mean, if he dies in a team fight, the game is lost, right?
Yeah,
Like-
have buyback though.
I just feel that since Shadow Fiend go through his inventory slot so quickly because he gets so farmed, that you have to be very careful in your item
But you
selection.
can sell Shadow Blade can always be replaced right now.
You can, at the same time, it's just a good item to have.
Radiant's top
Yep.
tower is under
Maybe
attack.
eventually he will end up replacing it, but you always shed a little bit tear inside when you replace that Shadow Blade.
Yeah. Oh, top lane. Prophet's caught out. There's your Storm. He's actually got a Dust here. The gem being somewhere else. And Niggle. He's not... with a Hex. The Storm Spirit playing it perfectly. The Hex actually ends up getting cancelled by Lincoln Sphere. The problem is there,
Top tower is
he
under
can't
attack.
Hex because of the Lincoln. So he has to Sprout first. But Sprout has a cast
Yes,
animation.
it has such a long cast animation.
You can't get off because Storm just zip, zip, zip. And you never get that Sprout to block to get rid of the Lincoln.
Exactly, and that's why WTF was able to get the kill. Again, another good episode showing that toggling. Back in the mid lane, looks like we have another Bane being picked off.
Pick off is the name of the game.
I mean, I guess it's hard to say, you know, you should be surviving this game when there's so many good gankers all over the place. It looks like we're going to have Next.kz, perhaps. Going to seal the deal before they make a couple more mistakes. Tinker drops a March. March not going to do too much. There's a mech being popped.
Yeah, and the counter push is somewhat coming from the top lane with Chen, but I think they realize they just have to fight this. Next.kz can just go for the throne almost, using this 30 seconds where there's no Nature's Prophet. Tinker's trying to stall, but, well, game 2 looking very good for Next.kz to tie things up in this 2-game series.
Yeah, looks like Tinker going to get forced back. Because quite low in terms of mana. They still have a Blink Beastmaster Roar if they want to make some sort of chase, but really can't do too much about it.
Not going to happen, and, well,
Radiant's
the
middle
SF
tower
is just
under attack.
getting bigger and bigger. Eagle Song gets picked up, so it will be a Butterfly, and they go into the Roshan pit, it looks like.
Butterfly is nice, especially when there's no MKB and kind of...
Yep. Well, not a huge amount of physical damage, though. There's a lot of... if he dies, it's the Hexes, which is where Butterfly maybe
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily help. But I think Butterfly is just good in general for pushing and damage. It's decent at damage up. It's not Daedalus level, but
Has fallen to the Radiant.
it's good.
There's a complete Butterfly.
He
We have
sold his Shadow Blade.
for the
Sad.
Butterfly. Interesting, yeah.
He shed a tear.
Should have tier. I mean, because you could definitely sell treads for a
Divine
Bridge of
Rapier?
Travel. Divine Rapier would be
Sorry.
how to lose the game.
I had a different idea.
Okay.
I was shooting for the moon.
That's how you get a 10k goal lead and 15k goal lead and throw it away. It's
Oh.
like you said, though, even though Quantic is down by 15k goal, they're not out of this game at all.
Yeah, they've got a team that can fight behind. They're down 2 Rectors, down 4 Rectors. I feel like they could still be in this game. Miggle needs to get some more damage items, maybe on his Nature's Prophet. Is the one thing, because that's going to be their physical damage source.
Yeah, I mean, if this game drags out longer and longer, he's going to get more and more
Yep.
farm. With the Midas, Raft, and the fact that he's just farming in the jungle. So, I have no question that Quantic could still win this game at all. Or completely. We saw Next.kz how the momentum was easily lost earlier if they got 1 or 2 pickoffs.
Well, another Hex comes up on the Next.kz side. This one on the Visage, as he uses all that gold. This is an Ags Hex Vitality Booster. Vitality Booster Gaming.
Yeah?
Yep.
To me, I think Medallion is probably his best item. Like, minus, obviously, the Acceptor. That Medallion has done so much work for the team
Yeah.
earlier on. And obviously, Acceptor and Hex now is taking over.
Well, I think they just want to go straight top and get another lane here, and there's no lane properly counter-pushing that's actually going to pose a threat. Bottom lane the closest thing to that, but Nature's Prophet isn't actually there at the moment.
Yeah, right now Storm and Dare could jump in and force a kill
Yeah.
on Beastmaster, but he doesn't know when Prophet's going to
Tinker
jump in.
could TP in.
Yeah.
Is the main problem.
You TP in, you get Hexed, you get Roared, suddenly you're dead.
Well, top lane is the next target for Next.kz. A lot of these heroes on the Dire side do have buyback. In fact, looks like all of their key heroes do. Even maybe the Chen.
Well,
And,
Chen buying back is not exactly
Yeah. Being the only one who doesn't, I think it looks like.
Not that kind of guy. I mean, it's so awkward to see one person or a couple of people pushing bot, a couple of people pushing mid. And pressure's on.
There's Boots of Travel and Storm Spirit was the other notable thing he picked up, so he can get to this fight at mid lane should one erupt.
Yeah, but no buyback with the buyback though, or no TP buyback. There's a Dagon coming out from our Tinker.
Well, once you start getting some more burst damage, single target damage, there is going to be a Hex on the Shadow Fiend, but
Blinks in.
Shadow Fiend's got Aegis too.
Yeah, they want that Tinker, and Tinker's gonna get bursted down.
nasty.
My god, the silence comes on. The Beastmaster Roar a little bit too slow. Storm's zips forward. He wants Effing Mad trying to survive with things like Brings Up Nightmare as well as Chen healing. They do actually hex him up. It looks like the grip is gonna get cancelled by the Chen. Oh no, that's not what they wanted to do. But meanwhile, Rex is being focused down just by about everybody.
Yeah, SF is actually the one causing the distraction, not going for the Rex. He's looking for kills here. He's going to get at least one on the Beastmaster. Salisbury gets the kill on the Bane. GG is called. Quantic, Mouse, Flipside, the trio combined into one team. They've got their first loss here in Group A. And it was a team that we probably didn't expect them to get a loss to.
Yeah, Next.kz, again, always, to me, really top contenders. They just never break out. They never surprise you in a LAN tournament. They never do well in an online tournament. But they definitely have the capability to do so.
Yeah, they're definitely up there as one of the teams. I think for a while they were actually sort of basically the next level of like right after like your Na'Vi.
Yeah,
but then they fell off.
Yeah.
And that was kind of disappointing to see. They're kind of making a case every now and then that they're still relevant, but they sort of have a different fourth or fifth player every time. Mantis and Stalker have been there for a long time. Reeves as well, but they don't have the. It seems they don't have the most stable roster or just general practice schedules. A lot of these other teams.
Well, that's gonna do it today for our WePlay tournament. If we have production value, we'll be looking at some brackets, but we don't. So to close it out, we have. Next.kz winning or trading evenly at 1-1. Quantic is still at first place, I believe, with their 3-1 score. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna close the stream, play some music, and for gods, I am Luminous, and we are signing off.